Hey there, Katrina here, founder of Living from Center, and I'm here with your body tune-up tip of the week. This is going to be a new video series that I'm offering with self-care ideas for how to shift and manage the ways that stress is showing up in your body. And we're starting this one off with a way that stress often shows up for many of us, and that is around headaches. Are you somebody who tends to get headaches? Here's the thing. Headaches certainly can be of different varieties, and there can be a lot of things that maybe trigger some kinds of headaches, but for the most part, what really it is that gives that throbbing and that headache-y sensation is because you're actually having muscle tension in your neck and in the very small little muscles that are at the bottom of your skull. When you have restriction in all of those muscles and in the connective tissue that's in there, it can really grab on and bind up your circulation, your blood vessels, your nerves, and all of that gripping and all of that pinching can kind of cut off the flow and the ease from your head to the rest of your body. And so what many people find and they don't think to do this, but because of course, yeah, you can go ahead and take, aspirin and Advil, and honestly, the reason why that often helps is because that is bringing down your inflammation. The reason that you have inflammation is because of all of the restriction and all of the tension in your muscles. So here is the little tip that I have for you to try the next time you feel a headache coming on. Instead of going right for the Advil, try some different strategies for releasing the tension in the bottom of your skull, right where your head meets your neck. One of the best ways to do that I love is to do some self-massage using a tool. I'm going to demonstrate for you a way to do that with this tool here is some massage therapy tune-up balls. These ones in particular I really like. These are from a company called Tune Up Fitness. And the reason I like them is that they have give. That's important. You don't want what you're using on your muscles to be too hard, like a lacrosse ball or like a golf ball. You want there to be some give and some release that your body can lean into with them. I like these also because they're grippy, so they're not slippery like a tennis ball, and you can really get them to grab on and hold on to the parts of your muscle and your skin that you're using them up against, and the myofascial release that you get can be powerful. They come in this great little tote. I'm going to show you two techniques. If you don't have these, you can, of course, use what you've got for now, but I'll put a link to these so that you can get a hold of these and check them out. I'll also have a link in the notes attached to this video for you to check out the body tune-up classes that I do a couple of times a month, because this is the kind of thing that we do there, and it's a great way to just stay on top of some regular self-care for yourself. So here's the idea of how to do this. I'm going to bring you down here to the floor with me so you can see where I'm going to put these. You're basically wanting to put them right here at the back of your skull. Like I said, they're not in your neck, in the nape of your neck, but really at the bottom of your skull. And because these happen to be in this nice little tote and they stay together, it's easy to kind of put them underneath there. If you're using two balls, you could always put them in a sock for now. If you're using two other kinds of balls that don't have this kind of a container. But really what you're doing first off is just putting them underneath your head. And here's the little strategy. First, just lay on the balls and let yourself breathe. I've got my feet on the floor, my knees are together, and I'm just letting myself kind of rest there. That pressure up against the back of my skull can at first feel like it wants to resist, but the more I just breathe and let it relax, the more it feels good, especially if I do have a headache coming on. That pressure feels like
welcome pressure. And from here, there's a little technique that's really great to do, and it is just to do little yeses, like a bobblehead, little nodding yeses, and little tiny no motions. Little yeses and little no's. And that makes the balls massage very so slightly and gently into the small muscles all at the base of the skull. Now, a way to take that even deeper that I love is to take one of these balls and put it instead, not right in the middle of the back of the head, but just over to the side underneath one of them. So it's kind of like right behind my earlobe, in that muscle that attaches from my neck up into my skull. That I just let my head, that part of that muscle, drape right onto that onto the ball. And again, I do little yeses and little no's, and that is amazing, because that muscle, if you touch that on yourself right now up into here, like I said, that part of your bone that's right behind your earlobe, boy, can that get tight and tense, and that can be so helpful when you release that. It releases the stress of the headache. You can do that on the other side. Little yeses and little no's, and breathing. That is the suggestion that I have for you. If you have a headache coming on, get some massage tools and give yourself some release at the back of your skull, the back of your head, and the top of your neck. That can nip the headache that's coming on in the bud. So a great way to just tune yourself up and relieve some of the stress that's happening in your body. I would love to hear if you try this, if you've done this kind of thing before, and how that works for you. And again, I will go ahead and put a link to balls like this, these kinds of tools, in the notes, so that you can grab a pair of these for yourself. And then come and check us out in our body tune-up classes that we do a couple of times a month. That would be a great way to stay on top of your self-care and keep yourself tuned up and managing the stress in your body. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll see you in the next video.